Wake up with 7 success mindsets. Every morning, what's the first thing on your mind? The sound of your alarm, the weight of unfinished worries, or a faint whisper of hope that today might be better than yesterday? Successful people don't begin their day in rush or exhaustion. They begin with mindset, because mindset shapes emotion, directs action, and defines the outcome of the entire day. Rohn once said, "If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan." That design begins with the way you talk to yourself each morning. In today's video, we'll explore 7 morning mindsets of successful people, not only to energize your day but to awaken your sense of mastery, confidence, and unwavering belief in your journey. Imagine this. What if every morning you woke up and told yourself the right words of direction, power, and faith? Would your life be different? The answer is yes, profoundly different. These aren't just motivational quotes. This is the 5.1.2 success strategy, a mindset strategy. Every morning, you plant seeds of positivity in your mind, so your entire day blossoms with purposeful action. Get ready, sit up straight, take a deep breath, and let these mindsets awaken the inner power within you. Sunrise. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Different Thinking and claim your free ebook, Wake Up and Master Your Morning, your daily guide to awareness and purposeful living. Light bulb. Right finger start again, from your mindset, because that's where true success begins. I am the creator of my life. Each morning, as you open your eyes, tell yourself, I am the creator of my own life. This simple sentence is the seed of personal responsibility, the line between those who live by design and those who live by circumstance. Most people wake up and react to life. Traffic makes them angry. Deadlines make them anxious. Negativity from others brings them down. But successful people are different. They create their own response. Because they understand this truth. We cannot control what happens to us. But we can always control how we respond. When you say, I am the creator of my own life, you move from being a victim to becoming an architect. You stop waiting for luck or approval. You start building a better version of yourself. Every small decision, waking up 15 minutes earlier, reading a single page, choosing silence over argument, is a brick on the path you're building with your own hands. Imagine if you spent just 5 minutes every morning affirming your power of choice. How much stronger, clearer, and calmer would your mind be after a single month? The Creator doesn't look for excuses, they look for ways. They don't ask, why is this happening to me? But rather, what can I learn from this? Rohn once said, don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. This is the compass for those who take responsibility, who understand that inner strength outweighs outer conditions. Because once you realize life doesn't happen to you, it responds to you, you step into the seat of the Creator. No longer drifting with the random current. Creators are not perfect, but they are consistent. They know that every mistake is a cornerstone, and every failure is a chapter in the blueprint of success. If you're listening to this, pause for a moment, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and whisper to yourself, I am responsible for everything in my life, and I have the power to change anything I choose. Once you truly believe that, you are no longer a passive character in your story. You become the writer of it. And that is the first mindset of success. No blame, no complaint, only creation. I am the creator of my own life. Every day you repeat it, you step closer to the best version of yourself. Bell. If this message resonates with you, hit subscribe to Different Thinking and download the free ebook, Wake Up and Master Your Morning, your daily tool to turn every sunrise into a meaningful start. I control my own energy. Have you ever wondered why some people light up a room the moment they walk in, while others seem to drain the energy just by being there? The secret lies in inner energy. It's not coffee. It's not music. It's the energy that comes from your attitude, your mindset, and your emotional vibration. Successful people don't depend on external energy. They don't wait for the world to feel better before they do. They generate their own positive energy from within. Because they know, energy doesn't just appear, it's created through habits, mindset, and how we choose to interpret each moment of our lives. Think about your morning. When you wake up, your body starts with low energy. And in those first 10 minutes, You have two choices. Let the world shape your emotion, or shape your own energy for the day. The energy creator doesn't ask, "Do I feel motivated today?" They say, "I choose to feel motivated." When you learn to turn on your energy switch each morning, you stop depending on external conditions. You don't need praise. You don't need luck. The energy you radiate will attract opportunities and people aligned with it. Try this small habit. Stand before a mirror. Look into your own eyes. And say, "I am my own source of energy. I create my emotion, my spirit, my rhythm for today." It may sound simple, but when you say it with conviction, your body responds, your shoulders straighten, your voice deepens, your eyes brighten. That's when your inner energy starts to radiate. Remember that energy is contagious. What you carry within, you share with the world. Carry negativity, and you'll meet more of it. Carry light, and light will find you. The world mirrors your energy. So each morning, start by cultivating it. Read something inspiring. Meditate for 5 minutes. Smile at yourself, or simply breathe deeply and say, "Today, I choose positive energy." Successful people don't wait for inspiration, they create inspiration. They don't wait for motivation, they activate motivation. That's what helps them endure even the toughest days. Real energy doesn't come from perfection, it comes from presence. When you are fully present, with gratitude and belief, your energy becomes more powerful than any caffeine shot could ever give. I am my own source of energy. Remember, every emotion is a choice, and the energy you choose each morning shapes the life you live. Light bulb if this resonates with you. Hit subscribe to Different Thinking, and get the free ebook, Wake Up and Master Your Morning, to help you consciously ignite your energy every single day. I am grateful every day. One of the biggest reasons people lose energy is comparison. We see others being more successful, happier, wealthier, and instantly feel less about ourselves. But the truth is, you're comparing their chapter 3 to your chapter 1. When we constantly look outward, we forget our inner journey. We stop asking, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" and start asking, "Why am I not like them?" Those with a growth mindset understand that comparison kills focus. It steals your peace and blinds you from seeing your own precious progress. The truth is, no one shares your starting point, your experiences, or your mission. You are a unique journey. No one can walk your path, just as you cannot walk theirs. Stop for a moment and look back at yourself. Compared to a year ago, what have you learned? What have you overcome that once scared you? How strong have you become through the storms you've survived? Those questions matter more than any external metric, because they are the real measure of growth. Each day, if you're just 1% better than you were yesterday, you've already won. Because growth doesn't have to be loud. It's quiet, consistent, and enduring. When you stop comparing, you start appreciating. You see the beauty of your own path, slow, imperfect, but meaningful, and that helps you live lighter, deeper, and more genuinely happy. Someone once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And it's true. Joy doesn't come from being better than others. It comes from seeing how far you've come from where you used to be. Every time you feel not enough, ask yourself, am I progressing or just comparing? That question alone can shift your entire state of mind for the day. Those with a growth mindset know that success isn't a destination, it's a process. It's not about being faster than others, it's about keeping on moving forward. Focus on your next small step, and don't forget to smile at yourself. Every step forward is proof that you're still choosing growth over comparison. I don't compare, I grow. When you stop looking outward, you begin to see your true potential within. Light bulb. Don't forget to subscribe to Different Thinking, and get your free ebook, Wake Up and Master Your Morning. Each page is a reminder. Grow in your own way, because no one else's path will ever be the same. And that's what makes you extraordinary. I am disciplined with myself. Some mornings, we wake up to a list of imperfections, unfinished work, distant dreams, personal flaws, but instead of starting the day with complaints, try beginning with something small, gratitude. Gratitude, not because everything is perfect, but because we still have the chance to make it better. When you say, "Thank you," to life, you acknowledge that even in incompleteness, you still have something worth cherishing. That simple act nourishes the mind, heals the heart, and fuels your day with positive energy. The grateful person isn't the one who has everything, but the one who recognizes the value of what they already have. Maybe today you haven't reached your goals, your dream home, or met your perfect companion, but if you still have health, a meal, someone to talk to, and a dream to chase, you're already luckier than many. Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. When we pay attention to what we have, the soul feels lighter and life seems gentler. Rohn once said, "Be thankful for what you have, for it becomes the foundation of everything you desire." Every day, spend 30 seconds thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. It could be a loved one, a valuable lesson, or simply the morning sunlight. Gratitude teaches us how to pause instead of chasing. We listen, we stop forcing ourselves to be perfect, because we understand that true perfection is appreciating our own imperfect journey. There are things we only see the value of once they're gone. But a grateful mind learns to see them while they're still here. Gratitude doesn't make you weaker. On the contrary, it makes you stronger, because when your heart is at peace and your mind is clear, you face challenges with calm and confidence. You don't need to wait for perfection to be grateful. It's gratitude that makes things grow more perfect, little by little. I'm grateful, even when I'm not perfect, because gratitude doesn't change the world around us. It changes the way we see it. Light bulb. Take a moment today, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and think of one thing you're grateful for. Then share it in the comments below. You never know, your gratitude might inspire someone else to start their day with a smile. I keep learning and growing. There's a subtle habit that keeps many talented people stuck. It's waiting for the perfect moment. When I have more time, I'll start. When things settle down, I'll try. When I'm more confident, I'll do it. And then, that when never comes. The truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. There are only people who choose to begin even when things aren't perfect. If you wait for all conditions to align, you'll forever be on the sidelines. But if you take that trembling first step, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Every master was once a beginner. No one was born ready, they simply acted sooner than most. When you act, you create momentum. Each small step is a brick on your path to success. But when you wait, fear quietly grows and becomes chains that hold you back. Don't wait until you're no longer afraid to start. Start, so that fear fades away. Successful people don't act because they're certain, they act despite uncertainty. Think of a seed. If it keeps waiting for perfect weather, it'll never sprout. But the moment it dares to push through the soil, rain or shine, its growth begins. You're the same. Everything you desire, confidence, energy, success, begins with the first action. Maybe you're not ready, maybe you're not complete, but stepping in is what teaches you what you need to know. Remember, perfection is the destination, not the starting point, and action, no matter how small, is the bridge between dream and reality. If you want your life to change, don't just wish for it. Do the first small thing today. That phone call you've been putting off. That project you keep thinking about but haven't started. That apology, or that idea you're afraid to try. Begin, now. Because every time you act, you don't just change the outcome, you change who you are becoming. I choose action over perfection. Because success doesn't belong to the best, it belongs to those who start first. Light bulb. If you find yourself waiting to be ready, remember, readiness doesn't come first, it comes after you begin. Start now, and the path will unfold itself. I share and spread value. Success often makes us feel complete. But the moment we believe we know it all, that's the moment we stop growing. Truly great people aren't defined by what they know, but by their willingness to keep learning. They learn from books, from failures, from mentors, and even from everyday people around them. Every day, they treat life as a classroom that never ends. Rohn once said, "If you want more, you must become more, and the only way to become more is to keep learning." Someone might ask, why keep learning when I've already succeeded? The answer is simple, because the world never stops changing. If you stop learning, you slowly fall behind. Knowledge isn't confined to thick books or expensive courses. It's found in every conversation, every mistake, every moment you observe someone doing better. Lifelong learners aren't afraid of being wrong. They understand that mistakes are the tuition of growth. When you hold the mindset, "I still have more to learn," you open the door to improvement. You listen more, react slower, and see the world through curiosity, not judgment. While others seek to prove they're right, learners seek to understand more deeply. And that humility is the foundation of true wisdom. Learning doesn't just make you smarter, it keeps you young. A curious mind never grows old. No matter who you are or where you are in life, there's always something new to discover. And sometimes, the greatest lessons come from the smallest moments: a glance, a word, a quiet pause. True learners don't fear change. They understand that change doesn't threaten them, it teaches them. So, keep the habit of learning daily. Even just 10 minutes of reading, listening to a podcast, or reflecting on yesterday's lessons, each moment expands your perspective. I keep learning, even after success, because learning isn't just a tool. It's the identity of those who want to go further every day. Light bulb every time you think, "I already know enough." Pause and smile. That's your reminder that you're about to enter a new level of understanding. Keep learning, because the world opens only to those humble enough to keep learning. I always focus on long-term growth. In a world obsessed with speed, many chase the shortest path to success. But soon, they burn out, because they focus on winning fast instead of growing strong. Those with a long-term mindset understand that true success isn't a destination, it's a continuous journey of becoming better. When you focus on long-term growth, you stop comparing yourself to others and start comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. Each day, as long as you move one small step forward, you're on the right path. Consistent small steps, over time, lead to extraordinary results. Sometimes you'll feel slower than others. But remember, bamboo takes years to root before it shoots up in just a few months. Long-term growth doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing right. Learn to pause, reflect, and realign. True growth isn't about always moving forward. It's about knowing when to pause to move in the right direction. Rohn once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." Discipline, not motivation, is the foundation of long-term growth. Sustainable growth doesn't mean being strong all the time. Sometimes, it means allowing yourself to rest and recharge. True growth is when you no longer feel the need to prove yourself to the world. You simply want to live in alignment with your inner values. If you start each morning with this mindset, you'll stop rushing through short races. You'll become calmer, wiser, and happier, because you'll know that every small progress matters. I always focus on long-term growth, because the true value of life isn't in speed, it's in the depth you build day by day. Speech balloon. When you choose sustainable growth, you no longer need to beat anyone. You only need to outgrow yourself every day. That's the most beautiful victory, and the only path to true freedom. Conclusion. Wake up with a new mindset. When you start each morning with these 7 mindsets, you're not just changing your day, you're redefining the direction of your entire life. Because life isn't shaped by what happens to you, it's shaped by how you respond to what happens. Every phrase you tell yourself each morning is a seed. That seed can become a garden of belief or a field of doubt. Which one will you choose to plant? Rohn once said, "Success is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you become." That's the essence of true success. If you practice these 7 mindsets daily, I create my life. I control my energy. I am grateful. I am disciplined. I keep learning. I share generously. And I grow long-term, then success will inevitably find you. And when that moment comes, you'll realize you no longer need to chase anyone, because you've become the person you were always looking for. Sunrise each morning is a chance to reset, to realign your inner compass and remind yourself, today, I choose growth, I choose peace, I choose myself. Gift. If you want to go deeper, download the ebook, Wake Up and Own Your Day. A free gift to help you practice these 7 mindsets every single morning. Bell. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, gift, to get your ebook. And share your thoughts below. Together, we're building a community of conscious thinkers, people who dare to think differently. And remember, the smartest investment you'll ever make is in yourself.